Welcome back to Game Time, and I'm joined here at the desk with two really depressed Phillies fans this week. Would you like to start off with one of the three teams that have lost?
I'm a Phillies fan, that's true, but I'm not depressed.
All right, whatever.
I'm used to this.
Would you like to get started on one of the teams that have lost this week?
Yes, I will do so right now. The Philadelphia Union were one of three Philly teams to lose in the last couple of days. They finished the season strong, winning Supporter Shield, which basically means they were the best team in the MLS during the regular season, but unfortunately, it all came crashing down on Sunday night at Subaru Park when NYCFC beat the Union 1-0. The goal came from Maxi Morales in the 27th minute. Morales also scored against the Union 3 years ago, while they were making their run to the finals. An MLS legend, Morales tends to play well in big games. The Union, however, looked very shaky defensively and overall unprepared for their big game on Sunday. Hypothetically speaking, if the Union were to make it past New York and eventually go on to win the MLS championship, do you think that Philly would start to take them more seriously?
Are you throwing this to me
I'm
because
throwing
I'm
this
from
to
here?
you.
I'm throwing it to either one of you.
I don't think so. We've seen it time and time again. The Union make it pretty far, and it's kind of just like, oh yeah, Union have made it decently far. Big whoop. That's about as far as we get. Philly doesn't take them serious because they're not in that central hub of Philly sports complexes. Honestly, as a diehard Philly fan myself, I don't think I would either. I would give them the kudos, give them a clap, but that's about it.
Do you think that that is more so to do with the fact that they're not in the Philly hub, or do you think that it has more to do with the fact that soccer is not necessarily taken seriously here?
I would honestly say both. I think it's a little bit of both.
I mean, I feel like it's one of the sports in Philly where it's like the least known. Everyone's like, you have the Sixers, you have the Phillies,
You have your
Eagles.
diehard fans.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
But I'm saying for people that like maybe watch soccer here and there, they're probably like, it's just the fourth team on the list in Philly. So regardless success.
I have gone to
Fourth,
plenty.
man, they're probably below.
Well,
that.
I'm just saying.
I think the Philadelphia Wings are actually above
Really?
the
Nah, she's
Philadelphia
trolling.
Union. No.
She's trolling. The Wings are not above the Union, not yet at least. I mean,
No,
the Union they have a long way to go. I mean, they keep trying to build these teams, but
I mean, haven't they been successful? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't won the whole thing though.
Yeah.
They've won the Supporter Shield, like I said, they won it this year, and then 3 years ago, actually, when we beat NYCFC, we were the first. That was the first time we won the Supporter Shield ever in our history then. But man, super unfortunate because both times it does not end in a championship.
Yeah. And as I was saying, like as a casual fan, I have enjoyed the environment that you get when you go to Subaru Park.
Yeah.
I've
place to get crab fries.
I've sat in the Sons of Ben. Like I've been fully immersed in it. It has been a really nice experience, but it's just not something that I can see myself sitting down and watching. Yeah. What is it, 90 minutes of soccer? Yeah, absolutely.
90 plus extra time.
Usually it's a little
Absolutely
more.
not.
Yeah, usually but there's no commercials, so
That
like
is
every
very
other
true.
sport where there's a commercial every 5 seconds.
To the point where they have their own TV commercial breaks where
Yeah,
they do timeouts just so they can run a commercial.
They just run them on the ads around the stadium. But,
and then they stop play just for commercials in general, which is crazy enough.
well, yeah, I'm saying in soccer we don't have to worry about that, which is great.
Yeah. Let's move on to the court, the wood.
Let's move on to the wood.
Yes, let's move on to the wood.
There has been an uptick in Achilles
Yeah.
tears in the NBA in recent years. This can be directly tied to the number of calf strains we've been seeing. Any damage to the soft tissue in the calf is usually going to take 3 to 4 weeks to heal, even for top-tier athletes. According to insiders around the NBA, general managers believe the high pace of play in the league is to blame for the increase in calf and Achilles injuries.
Yeah, no, it's a big problem. We've seen it it's definitely, like the pace of play is definitely increased indeed. And speaking of calf strains, the Mavericks, Anthony Davis is dealing with them, and I feel like he's been dealing with them his whole career.
He's made of glass.
Yeah. His return is uncertain after straining his left calf specifically, the same injury that is keeping Spurs' Victor Wembanyama out right now. Portland Trailblazers veteran guard and Sixers legend Drew Holiday is also missing time with a calf injury, and so is the loudmouth leaper down in Memphis, Ja Morant. It's just the Western Conference, but what's up with all these injuries?
Well, I don't think it's just the pace of play. I think that players are starting to become, a little bit more lazy, and guys aren't really taking their health as serious. Joel Embiid, a Sixers faithful.
Big poster child for
he's
injuries
kinda,
here.
Yeah, right.
Isn't he out tonight too?
He's kind of injured pretty often, and he's been pretty public about not having the best diet at times and eating a lot of snack or junk food. We know LaMelo Ball doesn't take it serious, and you look at him, he played maybe 30 or 40 games in the first season of his career, and then another 50, and then he was back to like 40 games last year.
Yeah.
So it's not just these guys getting hurt, injuring their calves, injuring their Achilles. It's also these guys not wanting to rehab and eat the necessary foods and do the necessary work to get back. I mean, if you were making millions of dollars, would you really want to rush it back?
I mean, fair, but like they still love the game. You would think they would actually, as a professional athlete, you would think they would actually take care of their body.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that. Why is it taking an injury for us to actually care about our bodies? Why aren't we stretching well, eating right, and then we could prevent these injuries?
Well, because they make millions of dollars.
Exactly.
I mean,
you
gotta imagine, would you really want to go? That's because load management is such a big thing in the NBA nowadays. It's like kind of just grandfathered in at this point. You had guys like Kawhi doing it years ago, and then now it's second nature for the Sixers. I mean, it's
but you would
it's
think
a lot of teams doing that kind of stuff. So I think go ahead.
With all the resources that they have on their whole team, like these are multi-million, sometimes billion-dollar franchises.
Oh no, I agree. Yeah,
you would think it would almost be like they should just show up and then they just don't even really have to do anything. They show up to the facility and then they get the stuff they need to get done and then they can go home.
They should. I mean, back to John Morant, out with the calf as well. He's, is he very explosive, and that's why he tore it, right? The GMs around the league, they're saying the pace of play is increased. There's a bunch of super athletes now that can run up and down the court. But listen, should he be getting all the treatment? I don't know. Should he be putting himself out there in the media and throwing the grenade at the crowd and then talking crap to Klay Thompson after the game against the Mavericks over the weekend? No, there's a lot of things that they shouldn't be doing when they're on the big stage. But sometimes you got to wish that these athletes are just taking the right supplements, getting the right training, getting back on the court, because this whole calf and then Achilles.
That's what I was going to say. It transfers.
It's a real epidemic. Real quick, some numbers. 21-22 season, we had 6 season-ending calf injuries. 22-23, we had 7. Just at the start of the last 3 years, we already have 13, 12, and 14. Not season ending, but calf injuries. These are numbers that represent players who are listed with just a calf injury in the first month of the season. The last 3 seasons, it's been 13, 12, and then 14 so far this year. So that's
insane though, because like we talked about, it transfers to the Achilles. We saw it with Halliburton specifically, and it's only a matter of time before I know it's just this big thing. It's wow, everyone's getting these calf injuries, but again, it goes back to just take care of your body, guys.
Yeah.
Just take care of your body.
I have a kind of crazy question. Do you think it's also the footwear that they're wearing? Are these shoes, sneakers, not fit for the play that they're in right now?
Could be. It could be. An example of a sneaker not holding up was when Zion. You remember when Zion?
Oh my God!
blew
Yeah.
out the first time he wore that Nike shoe, he blew. I think it was Nike, right?
I was still in college, right? When they were playing. They were playing UNC that game.
So I mean, that was just one example.
I guess we're more worried about the style of our sneaker and not the actual support at this point.
I don't know if we could go that far. I think the style definitely plays a big part, but
we're seeing all kinds of different colors.
Some basketball shoes do really well. I've never had a problem with my Currys. He just had a big split with Under Armour, so go ahead and hit the outlets if you can and get your Currys whatever percentage off. But yeah, I think that sometimes you could say they're focused more on the bling and the flash in the shoe, but then you could also say shoes like Curry's have been extremely consistent, at least for me. And I know Kyrie's are supposed to offer a lot of support. I know Giannis's are really well indoor and outdoor, but
there's multiple factors here. And we can't narrow down just one.
Sometimes athletes do get caught up with the bling.
Yeah.
Cam Coleman from Auburn wore 2 watches on one wrist. He wore 2 iced out watches on one wrist one game. It was unbelievable. That was the best thing I've ever seen. Go ahead and look that up. I think he was a freshman or sophomore doing that too.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
NIL is going crazy, I guess.
He's a dog. He'll be in the NFL. He's a great player, but that's
NIL is just that's a whole other conversation right there.
2 bust out watches on one wrist.
As a freshman too, how much money are you?
Oh, it might have been sophomore, but yeah.
But either way, he's still 19? That's just.
very funny.
I'd like to see you do that in your first.
Well, the watch actually loses.
If I can only
imagine
imagine what would have happened if I roll up to my baseball game here in Newman and just blinged up
Yeah, you
with,
should
with
do
big
that.
chains.
You should,
No
yeah,
way.
you should do
I
that.
don't think I could afford one.
You should, dude. Who's to say they're real, bro?
That's true.
You never know.
That's not my thing.
You
Not my
never know.
thing. I'm not a big necklace guy.
Well, if you're about the style, then why not go for it? But if you're not about the style, then yeah. I mean, a lot of the pitchers they do. It seems like every pitcher now has a different colored in the MLB. I'm saying, not necessarily you guys, but I'm saying everybody on the Phillies in the bullpen they're coming out, they got a different colored thing around it. It's like, all right, man, just throw the ball in the strike zone.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, we are getting way off track. Let's kick it to the field.
Yes. Let's talk about a guy
Football
that
field, yes, of course.
has a lot of bling when he's on the field. Joe Burrow.
That's right.
Is finally back and is planning to make his return from his 9-week turf toe injury this Thursday on Thanksgiving against the Ravens. Jamar Chase is also another person that loves to, wear the necklaces and stuff.
Bling out.
Is making a return after a spitting incident against the Steelers. And T. Higgins, unfortunately, will be rolled out with a concussion. What are our thoughts on this Ravens-Bengals game? And can Joe Burrow turn the season around for the Bengals this late?
I'm thinking Chase Brown is going to be a big part of this. He's been getting 100 yards pretty consistently now. He's been turning it up. Fantasy fans are not happy that he hasn't necessarily been getting into the end zone consistently. But Chase Brown will be a big part of this game plan coming up. I think that Jamar could easily go for 30 or 40 fantasy points. He's reconnecting with Joe Burrow for the first time.
Yeah.
And he said 9 weeks, so that is some serious business.
Yeah.
But this is going to be a tight game. I think Chase Brown is the key. I think if they can get him loose, they win. I think if the Ravens contain him, the Ravens will win by a lot.
We know Joe likes to air that thing out, though.
He do.
Yeah.
He do.
I mean, looking at the standings, only like 3 games back from Baltimore, so this is a must-win for the Bengals, for sure.
3 games is insurmountable. Yeah, they're cooked. But
I mean,
this would be a big win if they were able to.
The Bengals have a must-win this week, and I think the Steelers are crumbling right now. So I think if the Ravens just kind of start to slip, I think the Bengals have a chance.
One could argue every week is a must-win week.
I suppose, but I mean, when you're the Patriots and you're 10-2 or whatever, I mean, at that point you can drop a game.
Who wants to talk about the Patriots, bro?
I'm just spitballing here, all right?
Ravens or Browns? Who do you think will win? Honestly,
Bengals.
Or Bengals, other bad orange team in the AFC North.
I think the Ravens are just they're hot right now. They're 5 straight wins.
Ooh.
I don't think they slow down. I think Lamar is just taking this team to another level now that he's back. And I don't think it's. I mean, it's gonna be close because Joe Burrow is gonna keep him in the game. But again, the Bengals' defense is terrible.
Very, very bad. Yeah.
So I think the Ravens win. I think it's gonna be close though.
I'm taking a comeback win.
No.
For who?
For the Bengals.
Okay.
Come on now. Come on now. All right, I'll ride the train. Go Bengals. I'll ride the train.
Go Bengals.
I mean, honestly, my heart's telling me obviously the Ravens are going to win, but I'm going to ride with the Bengals.
You like to.
I want a big performance from Jamar.
Yeah.
I want a big performance from Chase Brown. I want fantasy.
I mean, you can get
owners
that,
to be
but
happy.
I don't think it's going to translate. You can get a big game from both of them, but that doesn't mean they're going to win.
Massive game.
Well. You guys talk so much. Wow, we're really just going to ignore me here? That's crazy. That's fine. If you want to take that loss to heart, go for it. But I'm just saying. 21-point deficit.
What loss?
Scheduled loss.
Scheduled loss? Don't be like that.
14 penalties, 100 yards. Scheduled loss.
That's self-inflicted wounds. That's not no ref stuff. That's self-inflicted wounds. You
Not
had plenty of opportunities to win that
everything
game.
Not everything is self-inflicted.
You could have put us away so fast, and you
Can
chose
I say
not
my
to.
piece? Can I say my piece?
All right.
The
fine.
Dallas Cowboys took down the Philadelphia Eagles 24-21 on Sunday. This game, widely considered among Dallas fans everywhere as the Super Bowl, well, it is for them,
Must win.
had everything that a modern NFL game usually needs to make the headlines, from silly calls to wild turnovers, and of course there were missed field goals. It was Dak Prescott versus Jalen Hurts for sure, but it felt more like Kevin Patullo versus my mental health. It had everything except sacks. That's right, there were no sacks for Dax. We only sacked Dak once. Each QB threw for more than 250 yards, Dak nearly reaching 350. They each had a QB rating of 100 for the game, which is pretty darn good. But it was Dak Prescott who was able to spread out his work across all 4 quarters. Prescott improved to 10-5 against the Eagles all time and 6-1 at home. These numbers absolutely disgust me. So I'll ask you, Noah, Would you like to boast a bit about your Dallas Cowboys?
Are you going to let me boast, or are you going to ignore me again?
Well, I'm going to ask.
Turn the cat.
Is this your Super Bowl?
I wouldn't call. I mean, I brought it up there about the whole Super Bowl thing. But to be fair, there is a clip online where an elementary school has a bunch of Cowboys players on punching things, and they're punching them.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So clearly
Teaching
this
youth,
rivalry
right?
is intense
Clearly.
and matters on both sides. Granted, you had a little more room to lose, but 21-point deficit is kind of sad. I'm not going to lie. You could say what you want about the refs, but you had us. And
Dallas scores more touchdowns in the final 140 of the first half than anybody. They did just that. I looked over to my father as they scored that touchdown, and I said, Dad, it's the Denver Broncos script. Buckle in. We're losing this game. And sure enough, we did. We opened up the second half with the quickest 3-and-out that you've ever seen in your gosh darn life. No, I'm just kidding.
That seems to be a thing, though.
We do a lot of 3-and-outs. We do a lot of.
You said 33%, right?
Yeah, 33% of the Eagles' drives are, going to go into a 3-and-out.
Which is really
pretty
shocking.
hard to think about. Just I'm serious. Let's wrap your head around that for a second. A third of every single drive that we're doing is a 3-and-out. Thank you, Kevin Patullo, for your service.
Yes. I've seen the pictures online of Kevin Patullo with a Cowboys jersey on.
Well, Kevin Patullo has been an
Kevin
issue
Hussein
this
Patullo.
entire time.
And that's what I thought the reason that we would win this game is if your offense goes silent, and it did in the second half.
Yeah,
He's
we all
never
knew-
he's
we all
never
knew
been
that
a
was gonna
coordinator. You
happen.
have to keep this in mind.
I don't know why you guys
He was-
got rid of Kellen Moore.
A continuity promotion, whatever that means.
Why'd you guys get rid of Kellen Moore? I know he got the head coaching
a
job.
giant paycheck as a head coach.
Yeah, but why would you hire a guy that's never done it before?
It was a Sirianni hire. He wanted them. Nobody else really wanted them.
Yeah.
Well,
They said that Sirianni's not allowed to hire anybody anymore. So
I thought that wasn't I thought the head coach is like not allowed to do that. I thought that was a manager's
it was one of his guys. He wasn't like a known, respected coordinator. It was one of the guys that he was friends with.
Yeah.
So maybe next time we'll get somebody that actually knows what the heck they're doing.
Maybe.
Do you,
he's
do
definitely
you see
gone.
him getting fired at the end of the season?
Oh no.
What, Patullo?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you never know. You never know.
I mean,
Would you like to see him get
I-
fired at the end of the season?
I
With
mean,
the
no, I
not
would
with
love
the
to see him
Eagles.
stay as your offensive
Not
coordinator.
with the
but
Eagles, probably not. No.
I would love to see him as your offensive
Oh,
coordinator.
really?
Yeah, I would love that. Considering you guys don't want to give Saquon the ball, and he only had 26 rushing yards.
You guys just hang on to Eberflus. I'm sure he'll get you guys.
I don't
want to
hang on to him either.
He'll get you right into the playoffs.
Although I think our run defense has gotten a lot better.
In that game, it was good.
Yeah.
It got better in that game.
I know we're slowly climbing up on rushing yards a game. We're starting to get closer. We're still in the bottom half, but we're getting toward that middle ground area. I think Quinn Williams was a big thing. I think he had 10 pressures by himself in that game, which is like insane. So that was a great signing, although Saquon did jab at his ribs in that one thing and he went down. Oh my God, that scared me. I thought he was going to be gone for a while. But you guys, I don't know. I don't really know what to say. You guys' offense went slow. I mean, that's pretty much all it is. It was a weird game. It was a very sloppy game on both sides, I would say, until at least it was like Philly first half, Dallas second half.
Yeah, exactly.
It was pretty sloppy all
just
around.
that.
Same as week one. It was pretty sloppy.
Yeah.
But the competitiveness was definitely there. And yeah, no. I mean, sucks to suck.
Well, at 8-3, and
Why don't you look
two
at
Super
news?
Bowl appearances in the
I don't know,
last
I just-
5 years,
I just looked
or
at you.
not
You were
5.
looking
we're
at
up
me.
to- how long ago was that? Holy cow!
Huh,
It's like
what?
7 years ago now. The
When?
last time we were in a Super Bowl before the last one we won. It's not sucking. Is my point. It must suck to suck. If you know something about that, please tell me. But the Eagles do not suck. The Eagles do not suck. Do not say that. Ugly game. Denver Broncos script.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some things are meant to happen.
What about what is it, Quinyon Island or whatever you say it is?
Quinyanamo Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
George Pickens tore that up.
George Pickens is the first guy to beat Quinyon Mitchell one-on-one. Yeah.
He had
It is what it is.
9 targets, 9 catches, 146 yards, and a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb's having a slow year. I think we're going to be patient.
And Deron Bland locked up A.J. Brown.
Except for that one post. That one poster I was
No, I
pretty-
was being sarcastic. A.J. had 8 catches for 110 yards and a touchdown.
Don't worry, he'll still
Deron
tweet.
Bland is a fraud.
Don't worry, he'll still tweet.
That's so funny because the announcer's always like, 6 pick sixes, da, da, da. And then you look at the stats, and this guy's just not a good cover corner whatsoever.
I think he's more of a slot corner, and he can't fill that outside role very well. But we don't have Diggs.
And then he was not that good either. He got all those interceptions. Then you got ball hawks back there. You got guys that can find the ball.
Yeah, until they can't, and then they can't cover anything. They couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat.
Well, you don't need to cover. I mean, you don't even need to cover the middle when you're playing against Jalen Hurts. We weren't throwing it over the middle. We continue to not do that,
I don't know why you
And
did
then we
it.
get back against the wall against you guys, and we just.
Our linebackers have always been weak. Our safeties don't know how to come down. Anything over the middle is
one thing
easy
I
pickings.
That's one thing I did miss about Doug Peterson is he would set up some pretty nasty tight end screens, which I really liked, and he would also not be afraid to throw the ball over the middle. But, I heard there's a homecoming. Maybe Dougie P. Dougie Fresh comes back to Philly. We'll see.
Really?
No, that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen
Yeah,
at all.
Sirianni said Patullo is staying the rest of the year, but hey, maybe after this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll take our win, and the rivalry will stay strong. Man, that's all I really have to say. I'll take the win.
That's all you have to say
I'll take
about
the
that.
win. We're 5-5. We have Kansas City on
I'll see
on,
you. I'll
on
see
Thursday.
You week
That's
one
another.
next year.
Yeah, right. This Thursday is going to be another big game for Dallas against Kansas City at home on Thanksgiving. I can't remember the last time the Cowboys won a Thanksgiving game, so I'd like my Thanksgiving to be kind of happy. Don't think it will because Kansas City.
Keep riding your high.
I'm gonna
Keep
try.
riding the high.
We're hot right now. I genuinely think we're hot. I think that Marshawn, fighting for Marshawn is definitely another morale booster for us, and I think it mattered considering that fight we had in the second half. I think usually the Cowboys would just crumble. I don't know. I just think if we can pull off a win against Kansas City, I think we have a great shot at making the playoffs. Because then that proves to me that we can win those kind of games.
Right.
But then we do have Detroit right after, and that's another big test, and that's on the road, and I don't even want to get involved in that.
Yeah, you're not beating Kansas
No.
City. Keep the hopes high.
You never know. You never know.
Gotta take the wins where you can get them.
You never know.
Aubrey missed a field goal. Elliott missed a field goal.
Yeah, that was crazy. And Aubrey made the game
Two
winner.
weird things that shouldn't have happened. Yeah, Aubrey did make the game. I predicted an Elliott game winner, and little
You
did I
did,
know it
yeah.
would be the other way around. But I don't know. Annoying script.
Whatever you say, man. If you want to say it's scripted, go for it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no betting or anything involved in sports.
Oh, yeah, no, never. Yeah,
Nothing
no.
would lead me to believe that.
Never.
Just don't get your hopes up on Thanksgiving. Eat a lot of turkey and watch a parade. That's about it.
Not me. I'm definitely going to eat a lot of turkey, that's for sure.
Everything's bigger in Texas, apparently. This includes Dallas Stars forward Mikko Rantanen's ego, as he has recently been caught up in some drama. Rantanen is now facing an automatic one-game suspension after being ejected for the second time in just 3 games.
It's good stuff.
No, it's not.
It's not good stuff. Nothing good comes out of Dallas, clearly. The latest incident came with about 30 seconds left in the third period. Dallas trailing 3-2 when Rantanen boarded Calgary's Matt Coronado from behind.
Oof.
Coronado finished the game, but Flames coach Ryan Huska called it a terrible hit. The league didn't hold a hearing this time around. Rather, they enforced Rule 23.6, which mandates an automatic suspension when a player receives
23.6.
yes,
Forgot about that one.
a two-game misconduct for physical infractions within 41 regular season games.
Wow.
2-game misconducts in 41 games, 41 regular season games. That's what it's saying. And he already has 2 through 22 games. Not very good. In 11 years, Mikko Rantanen has no prior disciplinary history beyond a single embellishment fine, which is basically diving.
Yeah,
Right? In
like
hockey?
faking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
faking the penalty pretty much.
This season, though, he's off to a good start playing, tied for the team lead with 28 points in 22 games. Even though he's playing well, unfortunately, he's been racking up those penalty minutes, nearly an hour in penalty minutes, 57 total, which does lead the Stars, not to mention those 2 infractions. Is this simply a bad week for Rantanen, or is it another example of a lack of discipline due to the NHL failing to prevent dangerous situations? Because remember, not only was it this hit,
Yep.
but there was also the hit prior against Romanov of the Islanders,
Yes.
which could cause a 5 to 6 month absence for
Wow.
the guy. I mean,
Yeah.
he got smashed
that was-
up against those boards.
It
That
was,
looks
it was
really
gnarly.
bad.
It was
So
really
That looks
bad.
really bad.
What do you think? Is it blatant aggression, or do you think it's a failure to prevent these dangerous situations?
You know what's kind of crazy to me is that the NHL has taken some serious measures in fighting and injury protocol,
Right.
and then we're still allowing these guys to kind of get off.
Fly into each other.
Yes,
Yeah.
kind of scotch-free. So I don't really know, because yes, there is the implementation that 2-game misconduct leads to a suspension. That's all well and good, but will he actually learn from that? I'm not sure.
I mean, hockey is already a physical sport as it is.
Exactly.
Some would say it's one of the more physical ones.
But the
'cause
NHL is trying to diminish that. How do you diminish a contact sport? I don't know.
I mean, they've tried to do it in football, and I mean,
Oh,
that
I
hasn't
know.
even
Yeah.
happened either.
That's
It's
just made
just-
it easier to call games, which that's the last thing we need in the NHL is ref involvement. That's like the final
Exactly.
sport where refs are actually respected.
I mean, they do let them. They do let them skate around and hit each other hard, but at some point you have to realize what is okay and what's not okay. Because, I mean, we've seen it, athletes in general getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of time before these hits become like a big problem.
Yeah.
Game's not slowing down, that's
No.
for sure.
No,
the
not
game
at
might
all.
be getting younger, but similar to the NBA, as it gets younger, the pace picks up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which, we talked
Leads
about it earlier.
to
The
more
byproduct
physicality.
could
Yeah.
be more injuries. Back to the first comment, I think it is just a bad week for Ranton. We mentioned the one embellishment fine prior to this.
And embellishment's nothing in my opinion.
This guy is a great stick handler, played with a lot of finesse on those Avalanche playoff teams. I don't know what's gotten into him in Dallas, but because these are two bad hits. But I think, it feels like a bad week. It feels like a bad week.
Yeah.
It feels like frustration from the first one may have led to the second one. I don't know.
True.
That's what we hope.
Well, and Dallas has been pretty good this season. They're in second place in their conference. So they beat our Flyers 5-1.
Yeah.
So
They usually are.
they
pretty
are
solid.
They're a good team.
they are a well-producing team. I don't know, just these hard hits leave a bad taste in my mouth.
I mean, that's a sport.
It is, but you're a professional athlete and you know how to play the correct way.
Yeah.
Let's not play dirty.
Yeah, the chip shots are a problem, but they're gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's the frustrations will grow as the game goes
Yeah.
on, especially if it's like a rivalry or a really intense matchup. So it's only bound to happen, but it's got to be limited. It's really bad. It's just really bad.
Flyers were known for that throughout history. Broad Street bullies. We kind of, mess people up.
Yeah. But that's old school hockey.
So far, so good this year. Yeah, Flyers are going to experience a next tough couple of games going on the road for the Panthers, the Islanders, and then the Devils, which won't really feel like the road because that's right over the bridge in Jersey. But keeping our eye on the NHL for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. And that will conclude this week's episode of Game Time.
We hope you enjoy your break. Noah and I will not be doing Thursday night lineup for fantasy football this week, so tune in next week. Thursday nights, 5 to 6, 98.5 WNUW, and keep an eye on new media.
Because Around South Philly will have a new episode this week, only on YouTube and a few clips on Instagram as well.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.